It does on there, but not on there. So I don't know.
All right, guys. Coming up next, we've got Team Canada for the women.
So we've got Rebecca Lewis here from Team Canada on the women's route. And this was her first year competing in multiple World Cups, all the way starting in Bozeman, Montana, which is closest to her home in Canada. But this year she decided to come over to Europe and give it a go, and she's had a lot of success. So I'm very proud of her, very happy to see her doing well. She climbed well yesterday in the women's qualification route, which was a very interesting route. It was mostly on ice with 4 manufactured holds, and this girl loves climbing ice outside, loves climbing overhanging ice, and last night I got to talk to her, and she was super psyched about getting in semifinals today.
Rebecca Lewis starting off with the maple leaf headed up the ice. Shell's here in the semifinals, and so she's pretty excited about performing here in Champagny and Vanoise. This competition is the 5th World Cup in the series, sponsored by the North Face, South Korea. Massive, massive sponsors for this World Cup circuit. Petzel's here today. Rhône-Alpes and the Club Alpin Français. Sergei Tarasov over here from Russia. Been training hard. He's the oldest person on the circuit, beating me by several years. But definitely a grasava, meaning hard man in Russian. Climbing on his own personal manufactured tools. Sergei Tarasov is a master in many, many regards when it comes to men's difficulty climbing. Lots of respect and regard given to this man as he's been, he was on the podium last year, took 3rd in Romania. The crowd came unglued when he actually had his performance last year. Nobody topped out on that route, but I'll tell you what, this man is very inspirational. Definitely inspirational to me.
And I love watching him climb. You can see he's so patient and so precise. It definitely shows his experience.
Big high feet for Tarasov.
And this guy is so powerful to stay locked off for that long just to find the right spot on the next hold. It's just so impressive.
Becca Lewis going in on a figure 4 here. She's got up into an upside down Stein pull. Got a crowd cheering her on. Early morning start for Rebecca Lewis, Ontario, Canada. Come all the way over around the world to compete in these World Cups. It's tough to be on the road on a consistent basis, being out of your time zone, constantly traveling. But Becca Lewis making it happen. Looking strong as well. Got 2 climbers on the wall right now looking strong. You got a nice split screen here. So you got to watch both athletes at the same time. Tarasov making the big move. Shorter athlete, but lots of power, lots of lock-off power, where his biceps fully engaged and he's able to get up and make that move. Becca Lewis going in and out of a lot of figure 4s and getting off of the main volume here. She's on a side pull. Watching her feet diligently. A lot of athletes bite their tools, and that's one of the techniques that we use so we don't drop a tool. You get up, and it's not even that you're upside down so much, it's just that the tools can just slide off of your shoulder, so you got to be super careful that you don't drop a tool, because obviously, like we just talked about, if you drop a tool, you're gone. Disqualified, so definitely dropping a tool, it's not just bad form, it gets you out of the competition.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate when that happens. And you mentioned, Mark, some people opt to make their own tools. Some people use different brands, but as long as they're within the size regulations for the UIAA, they're allowed for all the competitions.
Erin Weber joining us this morning in commentary. She's from the United States. She's competed in a couple of World Cup competitions. You competed in Bozeman last year in the North American Championship, and then again in Bozeman this year, as well as Chang Song. What do you think about all this?
Oh, I absolutely love it. I love the atmosphere. I love the beautiful places. And above all, I love the people. You know, as Mark says, there's a lot of friendly fire that goes on. But in isolation, you have all of the different teams from the different countries, and everyone's around supporting each other, encouraging each other, helping each other sharpen their tools, sometimes stitching up their fingers because, you know, there's a lot of injuries in ice climbing. And, you know, it's just great being around these people.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and definitely the friendly fire, as you say. A lot of folks coming in from around the world. We only see them during this time, and getting to see these competitive athletes, you know, during competition is definitely fun. You can see multiple views on your screen here. Becca Lewis making her way up. She's about halfway up the wall. Still in and out of these figure fours. She's going up into another upside down stein.
Yeah.
Sergei Tarasov is making his way out into another technical move. You're going to see him go into this figure four to maintain and hopefully not swing off of the hole. It looks like he's swinging around like a chimpanzee up there. And that's a difficult thing to do. You know, you're going from a hold where your body is, you know, you've got a lot of weight on your feet, and then all of a sudden all of your weight is getting transferred off of your feet and onto your hand and swinging, and that can produce almost twice the amount of body weight that you have. And so that's very difficult on the forearm, on the hand itself. Tarasov going in and using one of those terrible triangles for a heel hook. Very creative climber. Becca Lewis is just absolutely fighting up there, and she's off.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see already this morning how people are using these terrible triangles, with some people opting to wrap their tool around it, and then, like Sergey, using the point of his tool to get purchase on the triangle, and everybody seems to get on them and get off as fast as possible.
Becca Lewis looks like she's happy with her performance there. Rosy cheeks and all, and nice chilly morning here in Champagny and Vanoise. Tarasov finishing off there. Just